Howdy, y'all. Wyatt here with Cowboy Whiskey Adventures. And not only is it changing of the hat season, and that I've been gone for a little while, but I got some stuff to talk about here today, and stick around. We're going to chat it up right after this. Hey y'all, welcome back in. Now, it's been a little while since I've been on here, and I've had a lot of personal stuff going on, but I'm going to try to pick the channel back up here on YouTube, and I just want to talk about a few things here real quick. And first of all, it's almost summer, so but it is getting quite warm outside, so it's officially changing of the hat season. So we're kicking it back with the old straw, and we're getting rid of the felt. So with the felt being passed on till it gets cold again, we're going to put the straw right back on. Alrighty, now then, some of the things I wanted to talk about. First, I wanted to show off something that I got. Now, my wife and I frequent, the casinos and have a good time, and nothing too serious. But one of the things that they were giving away at one of the local casinos here was this John Wayne whiskey collector set. So it came in this super cool box. I thought it was really neat, and I wanted to share it with you. And it's actually really nice. These glasses are pretty sharp, and they got little sayings on them. So this one here says, "A man's got to have a code and a creed to live by." Of course, John Wayne. And then it came with these cool little the rocks that you stick in the freezer, and then you get cold and you throw in your whiskey so you don't water it down. So actually just an awesome little set that I really thought was cool, and I'd share with you guys. Anyway, that being said, man, I've gotten so many bottles since the last time I posted something. I was going to talk about a few of them, but from the Weller to the Jack 10, found some Blantons sitting on a shelf in a QFC, which was kind of cool. But one of the things I wanted to talk about, my wife and I went out, and she bought me this bottle of the Caribou Crossing single barrel. Now, before you start in on me, okay, I just wanted to say that this is supposedly the Canadian version of Blanton's up here. So is it? Who knows? But I figured while I was yakking at you guys, I would open this sucker up and see what it looked like and give it a try. We might even sample the barrel here in just a minute. So I'm not gonna lie, I fell for the bottle because it looks really super cool. Now, it is only 80 proof, and it doesn't have an age statement on it, so I don't know that much about it. I was kind of excited to get it, of course. I have a bottle of Blanton's downstairs that is open. Maybe I should go get that and compare it. What do y'all think? You think? I'll tell you what, I'll do that. So we're going to pause here for just a minute, and I will be right back. Hey, we're back. Now, I went downstairs and I got the bottle of Blanton's here to try out. So the Caribou Crossing is only an 80 proof, and the Blanton's is 92, I believe. And I don't need to explain this because everybody pretty much knows. It is, let's see here, it is 93 proof, so I apologize. But we're definitely going to compare the bottles. Now, you have to admit, I mean, be honest, that's a sharp looking bottle, ain't it? Now, there are some people that just kind of fall for the coolness of the bottles, and that's like a selling point, and I completely get that. I'm just hoping the juice inside is as good as the bottle looks. Now, some of you will probably be like, whoa, but that's okay. Let's see if I can figure out how to open this thing without destroying it. Good gracious. How in the hell do you open this thing? I'm afraid I'm going to break it. Oh, there we go. Got it. That was pretty simple, right? All right, the Caribou. Let's get this. I have a Baker Drinks Glen here. These are all samples here that were sent to me from Whiskey Wisdom for being a Patreon. And of course, the blends. I've had a little bit of this. And to be honest with you, blends is, I like it, but it's not like, well, it's good. It's just not what I thought it was worked up to be. So, let's see. The Caribou Crossing. Definitely smells sweet. It's got some vanilla and caramel in it, of course. But there's like no heat whatsoever on it. You can definitely tell this is a lower proof. All right. And of course, see that has a little bit more heat on the nose there. It's almost got like a little clove to it. Yeah, but you can definitely tell the difference between the Blanton's and the Caribou Crossing. Now, the only other really Canadian whiskeys that I've had or that I've tried is, of course, Crown Royal. And then the crossing of the Redneck Riviera, which is the American Canadian whiskey. I don't even know how to explain it, but the guy who endorses it, and I think it's even his product, is oh man, Big and Rich. John Rich, that's who it is. I couldn't think of his name, and I apologize. But he's big into Canadian whiskey, and he even talks about it and loves it, and that's why he made Redneck Riviera. It doesn't have a bad nose on it. I mean, it's very faint, but I like the way it smells. Let's give it a shot, shall we? Very easy sipper. Super easy. It's not terrible. I kind of like it. For a lower proof single barrel, now I know that they proof this down, but it's not bad at all. And I think that if you were getting into whiskey and you wanted a cool bottle to show off, this wouldn't be bad. I think this is easier found up here in Washington State than a Blanton's is, but like I said, I found 3 bottles of Blanton's the other day at a QFC store in Lacey, Washington, just sitting on the shelves. And there was like 12 bottles. I bought 2, and then I sent a few texts out to some guys who wanted some. And I gave one away, and it's like I couldn't find it for the longest time, and now all of a sudden, here they are, everywhere. So it's becoming easier and easier to find, I think. Weller's, on the other hand, like this Antique 107 that's right up here, are still extremely hard to find up here in Washington State. Just like the Jack 10, the Stag, they're extremely hard to find. But, you know, the Knob Creek 12, you can find it in Total Wine & More right now. The Eagle Rare 10, you can find in Total Wine & More. You can also find it in a lot of just different liquor stores around here. This one I actually got from the Little Creek Casino. Outside of the casino there's a gas station, and they had Buffalo Trace there, cheap, and I walked around the back, and they had that Eagle Rare sitting there for $37.99. I was like, are you right? Are you sure? And she was like, yeah. So I bought one, of course, because why not? Anyway, back on to, let me get a little water sip here. Back onto the Blanton's here. Just a higher proof, definitely. Typical Blanton's, you got the oak, the kind of hint of caramel, the vanilla. It's definitely a bourbon. Caribou Crossing, my wife bought this for me as a gift, which, if always fantastic. It's not bad. I mean, if you're just looking for an easy sipper that you want a cool bottle to show off, the Caribou Crossing is absolutely, it's not bad. I mean, now if you're into the higher proofs, then you probably won't like this. This won't be your jam. Just like a Blanton's, you would get it just for kind of the nostalgia of it and to show it off to everybody. So, and I understand that. That's why I got it. I got mine from, if I say his name wrong, he's gonna hate me, but it's, is it Mark? From Northwest Bourbon. And he set a bottle aside for me, and then of course, right after I got that bottle, Desert Benny gave me one for my birthday, which was fantastic. So this is definitely a bottle that I will share, this Caribou Crossing, with friends and just kind of show it off. I love the bottle. I love the top. And, you know, to me, whiskey is all about the interaction with people and sharing and just having a good time. Blanton's, of course, made famous by John Wick. I'm sure it was made famous other ways, but a lot of people didn't even really realize what it was, or it didn't get as famous or as hard to find until after they found out it was one of his painkillers. And if you doubt me on that, then watch the John Wick movies and you'll see. With that being said, let's see some other things. Now, I'm going to finish off this Caribou Crossing real quick. Not bad. All right. Now then, let's see here. Store pick Buffalo Trace from Lacey Wine and Spirits. And it's a single barrel. It's supposed to be good. Let's see what else we got here. Is this the one? Okay. So if you haven't heard already, Heaven Hill is putting out the Old Fitzgerald Bottled in Bond 7-year. So if you're like me, I've never tried an Old Fitzgerald, haven't had any luck locating it. I would love to find one. But I was watching the Mash and Drum. Love that guy. So much information. But he was telling me that the Heaven and Hill Bottle and Bond 7-year is basically the same thing. So one of the things I found at Total Wine & More is the Heaven and Hill Bottle and Bond 7-year for $45. Now, if you buy this online, like I did, it's only $45 plus Washington State Hell Tax, and we all understand that. But if you go into store and try to buy this, they got it marked at $70. So if you're going to shop at Total Wine & More, please look online first, guys. And a lot of times you'll be able to buy it online and then go in store and pick it up, and with better prices. And I'll actually post some of the prices of this online and in store for you to see, which is really cool. And another one that, so my neighbor got the Bullet Rye, and he got it from Costco, and I've told him that I was going to go over and try it, and I just haven't had a chance yet, or it just hasn't worked out. But the Bullet Bourbon 10-year fell across as well, and since I had $25 off to use at Total Wine & More, I figured why not. So I got out the door with this and this under $100 at Total Wine & More when I ordered it online, so I feel like I scored. Now, some people might think that that's horrible, but up here in Washington, this is a steal. So I'm looking forward to trying this Bullet Bourbon 10. I will do a review on it as well as the Heaven Hill bottled and bond 7-year. And if anyone out there gets a hold of the Old Fitzgerald 7-year that's supposed to be bottled and bond, they say it's going to be allocated, and you can get a hold of a bottle of this, or if you can't get a hold of me, I'll send you a sample of it. That way you can try them side by side. And I am really curious to know what this next to that Fitzgerald will taste like. Matt from Whiskey Wisdom, Matt and Pookie, thank you so much for the samples. I'm going to try these on a video here really soon, especially this one here. It is the Master Pick 15-year 118 bottle kill. I'm looking forward to trying that. So, hey, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm going to have more stuff on the channel. It looks like I'm going to be out of work for longer than what I anticipated. I had a work injury, and I've been going through physical therapy to fix it, but then after an MRI, they found out that it was worse than they thought. So it looks like maybe surgery. So my wife and I will talk that over. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me. I'm going to get big into this because I'm going to have a lot of time. So this is Wyatt with Cowboy Whiskey Adventures saying that we'll see you in the daylight. Cheers, my friend. Good, but not fantastic.